जय जिनेंद्र। जय जिनेंद्र विजय कैसा है?
So Kunjan, recording is already on. So I think time has started too. So let's just start at least some introduction till some people more people join and so he joins. So and this recording is going to be heard by a lot of people who might not join the class. So
Right.
We'll just start anyways. So today we are starting a new Jain Granth named Samaysar. Samaysar is actually one of the most important Jain agams, and is at the heart. It contains the heart core content of Jain philosophy. It talks about the pure nature of the soul. So the Samaysar was written by Acharya Kunkun about 2000 years ago. The way looks like we have some new participants class today. Jai Jinendra, everyone. We're just introducing Samaysar. By the way, new participants, do you want to introduce yourself?
All right, I can introduce myself. Hi, everyone. This is Ami. I have heard a lot about this class from Prerit and Pradesh. So really excited to join today. I'm from Chicago. Anything else, Prerit?
Yeah, and Ami, tell us about your profession and what you do in general.
Oh, okay.
And what made you interested coming to this class?
Okay, so I'm a physician, family practice, and I've been a part of Stress Academy for quite some time. So we were all talking about similar things with Stress Academy. So Prerit encouraged me to join this class because it probably might be very helpful to understand how do we manage stress and a lot of other medical aspects of Jainism by joining this class today.
Okay, thank you, Ami. Ami has been very interested in learning about Jain philosophy lately, so that's the reason I invited her to this class, and I think there's a lot more to gain by attending this class. Okay, who else is new? Sagarji?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Hi, I'm Sagar Bedmutha, based out of India. Uh, I used to join earlier classes from Saurabh, but unfortunately circumstances couldn't join. So again, as this they are gonna start new Granth, so thought of joining again, and it's purely Pritesh is pushing me to join, and even it slowly he's developing my interest also to learn more on Jain mythology and Jain philosophy.
Excellent. Yeah, very nice. Anyone else new? Meenal, would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Meenal Landu from India. I joined the last, just I missed the one class. Otherwise, I joined all the class last time.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Anyone else new? I think it looks like most of us have been here.
It looks like Saurabh has already joined.
Yeah, Saurabh Jai Jinendra.
Jinendra.
By the way, if you can, please turn on the video. I think it will be more interesting. I'm going to turn on mine. Saurabh, can you hear us? Saurabh? Saurabh, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Hello.
Ha, Saurabh Jai Jinendra. Can you hear us?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear right now.
Okay, so it looks like most people are here and we can start. So I'll introduce Saurabh. Saurabh is a Jain scholar as well as he is a businessman by profession. He has his own wealth management company. But he has been teaching us this class for about, I would say 11 years or 12 years, almost 12 years, I would say. Because we started sometimes in 2009 and now this is 2021. So it's been a long journey and we are very fortunate that Saurabh has taken time out of his busy life every single Sunday, like since then. So we started, for first 4 years, we learned Jain Tattva Parichaya in English with him. Then after that, we started with Chardala in English, which we just concluded last week. And now we are about to start 2 new Jain Granths in parallel, Samay Sar and Mokshmar Prakashak. So I think what we would do is basically every week we will alternate. So this Sunday we are studying Samay Sar, right? Next Sunday we'll do Mokshmar Prakashak, and then following Sunday we'll do Samay Sar again. So that way both Granths can run in parallel. And Saurabh has done his Shastri study, which is a 4 years. Saurabh, correct me if I'm wrong. It's 4 or 5 years course, right? From Todarmal Smarak Trust in Jaipur, where that is an institution in Jaipur which basically prepares Jain scholars. So they teach them almost about 50 to 60, and again, Saurabh, correct me if I misstate the number, but a lot of Jain Granths systematically. And he has been very, very active in the community in basically teaching the Jain philosophy. And especially what's special about Saurabh is that he has a unique combination. So not only he's a Jain scholar, not only he's young also, but he also is English savvy as well as, he's very fluent in English as well as he is technology savvy as well. So that's the reason he has been able to conduct this class over, video conferencing for so long. Thus, and Saurabh has also been very passionate about converting Jain scriptures into video formats. So we have basically he has created this YouTube channel called Cable Gnan TV, where he uploads a lot of basically video form of our scriptures basically, and a lot of the different content, digital media content. So you'll find it interesting. Check it out. Saurabh, anything else you'd like to mention about yourself that I missed?
Yeah.
sufficient. I think everyone knows about me, and you have narrated in very super manner. So thank you for this.
Okay, Saurabh ji, तो शुरू कर सकते हैं. We can start.
Yeah, today we can start.
Okay, should we start with Jinwani Stuti? Let's do that.
Yeah, Jinwani Stuti. Today we are going to start Moksha Marg Prakashak because I have prepared that.
Okay,
and
okay.
Next Sunday we will start Samay Sar.
Okay, okay, no problem. That's fine too. So everyone, Kunjan has already sent out both the grunts in our group, WhatsApp group. So you should have a copy of it.
So this is the Mangalacharan of Moksha Marg Prakashak. Before starting our class, we would recite Mangalacharan of that Granth. So next time you can learn this Mangalacharan. Right now I am speaking from here. Mangalmay Mangal Karan Vitarag Vigyan Namo Tahi Jate Bhai Arihanta Dimahan Kari Mangal Kari Ho Maha Granth Karan Ko Kaj जाते मिले समाज सब पावे निज पद राज. So this is the Mangalacharan of Moksha Marg Prakashak. It is Unit 1. Today we are not going to start Unit 1, but today I would like to give a brief introduction about Moksha Marg Prakashak and its writer. Moksha Marg Prakashak is a Granth who has written by Pandit Todamal ji. So Todamal ji, I think the time of the Todamal ji for 250 years ago. That was the time when just there was no means of communication, and there were no means of transportation, etc. But Todamal ji, on the basis of his writing skills, we can assume that he was a very intelligent person. We are going to start Moksha Marg Prakashak, and when we will when we will read it, so we will find that he's a super intelligent person. We can assume his intelligence on the basis of his logic. He's just giving us so super logic and intellectual logic. And he proves each and everything on the basis of his knowledge. The unique quality of his writing is that before arising question in our mind, he is giving answer. It means he himself write a question, and possibly question, but that is not possibly question. That is a sure question which maybe just come in our mind. So we are just discussing about two things today, about Todamal ji and about Moksha Marg Prakashak. So first of all, Todamal ji. Todamal ji, 250 years ago, he was born, and he died in the age of 47, as per one research, and he died in the age of 27 at second research. So 47 is more valid than 27 because it is not possible that at the age of 27 anyone can be so intelligent and can write just Moksha Marg Prakashak, Samyak Gyan Chandrika, etc. So there are two research which says that 47 years and 27 years. 47 years are more validate and more authentic, we can say. Todamal ji was a Samay Dashti. Samay Dashti, we can say that he has written Moksha Marg Prakashak, and when you will read this, we will study this. So we also will say that, of course, Todamal ji was Samay Dashti. Because without so much of studying and realization, it is not possible to write over here. Moksha Marg Prakashak is a Granth, but alas, it is not complete Granth. Right now, we are having a 350 pages. In this book, 507 or 10 pages in this Moksha Marg Prakashak. But it is only introduction, you know. Moksha Marg Prakashak, originally designed by Todamal ji, was 5,000 pages. But unfortunately, Due to some conspiracy, Todumalji was killed by the king of the time, Sabai Man Singh. I think he was the king that time. We will discuss about what were the reason that time. So Todumalji was married. He had two sons, Maniram and Gumaniram. On the basis of research, his financial condition was not so good. For temporary time, for time being, he went also Singhana. Singhana is a place nearby Jaipur. So Singhana he went and did job of accounting. Later on, he come back Jaipur and continue his pravachan. Todumalji was so influential orator at the time that around 3,000 people attended his pravachan every day. So it is a matter of wonder. Even it is not possible in present scenario that 3,000 people every day can listen pravachan. Todumalji wrote a fifth adhikar. Fifth adhikar, we will read it. It's a long adhikar. And he presented there a comparative study. And he presented their comparative study of Jainism with others, or others' comparative study. So by some research, it is said that that was the adhikar which was reason of his killing or his sentence to death. Some scholar also says that it was the sixth adhikar also, fifth adhikar and sixth adhikar also, which was the cause of his death. In fifth adhikar, he hammered on the manyata of other philosophies, and in sixth adhikar, he hammered on the manyata of Jains, like he clearly denied to worship Kshetrapal, Padmavati, etc. So his death was not natural. It was forced. It was forced to death. It means it was conspiracy by some courtiers that time. So when you will see an original scripture of Moksha Marg Prakashak, you will find there was a just line at the end of 9th adhikar. So line, it means when just we are writing and a kid is writing and mother just came, oh, I told you, you have not right now, you have not to do this right now. And he just push him out from there. So that line of that pen or sketch, we can say that. So in original scriptures, that line was there. So we can assume that Todumalji was writing that Granth. It may be evening, it may be night. And the police of Raja, police of king came and forcefully just Todumalji had to go with them. King also just, we can assume that king also told to Todumalji that you can compromise with me. You can withdraw your words, what you have just written in your Granth. There may be one question which someone asked in my one class. Todumalji was writing Granth, so it is a very secret matter. Someone when he's writing Granth, so it is very secret matter. How it is? It was just a knowledge of king. You know, Todumalji was a style of writing Granth. He just discussed all matters in his pravachan, then he start writing. So he already discussed fifth and sixth adhikar in pravachan, and then he just wrote there. So there was a I think controversy in society. There was a conspiracy started before 6 months ago or 1 year ago, and that was the result. So we can assume that it might the king maybe just push him to compromise. But Todumalji denied to compromise because he knew that this is not the question of this bhav only. He was very firm Shraddhani because he was Samadasti, and he denied to compromise. It may be that some his followers may request him that please Panditji, please compromise with a king or courtiers who just created this conspiracy. But Todumalji denied, saying that without Ayukarm, no one can live and no one can die. So I think my Ayukarm has completed. Unfortunately, that was the very black day when Todumalji sentenced to death, and that that sentenced to death was not very good manner. It was brutally, I think, it was very bad activity that time. So king announced that tomorrow Todumalji will be killed by elephant. So when elephant was there, Todumalji lied down on the floor, and elephant was just the Mahabhat forced elephant to kill Todumalji, but elephant denied. So Todumalji requested to elephant that it is the time of my death and you must not suffer anything. Then elephant killed him, and he buried in mud. It means Raja was so angry on Todumalji that only death was not sufficient. He buried in mud, kichad. As per my conception, there may be some followers of Todumalji. They fainted by Todumalji death. Todumalji not only a scholar, but he was a good man. He had a sadhana vatsal also, and he delivered lots of. That time he delivered lots of principle in simple language to that society or Jainis. Many scholars says that and said that the Todumalji is a scholar of scholars. It means a person who is not only scholar, but he is also a teacher of scholars. So there is one title with Todumalji, Acharya Kalp. Acharya Kalp, it means a person who is not Muni, because the title we can give to Muni, Acharya. Todumalji was not Acharya. Acharya, it means Acharya is a full of knowledge person. A person who is having deep knowledge of Jainism and everything. So Todumalji was not Muni, but he had a level of knowledge like Acharya. So it is also called Todumalji was the man of the title Acharya Kalp. Acharya Kalp, it means Acharya ke saman. Acharya Kalp Pandit Todumalji. So this was his short Todumalji life story. Second thing now, we are going
one question.
We are going to start discussing about.
So can we say that Todumalji didn't want to compromise with truth about what he wrote? So that's the reason he didn't really take back his writing, and that's the reason he was sentenced.
Yeah. Exactly. That was the reason. That was the reason that he was not agree to compromise anything.
Yeah. Unfortunately, India, was not like today's India, where your freedom of speech was not guaranteed at that time, because there were different kingdoms ruled by different kings, and so unfortunately that played a major role.
Yeah, at that time king was God. King was what king has decided, it means final. So no one can go against him. So that was, I think, very unfortunate happenings for us, because
Saurabh, is it possible to turn on your video
right now?
Saurabh, is it possible to turn on your video?
My video, my net is not just working properly. That's why I turn off video.
Okay.
By next class, I maintain, it means I will just take connection of gigabyte super internet.
Okay.
I will start. Okay. So Todamalji didn't compromise with anything. And as a result, we know that Mokshamarg Prakasak Granth, which is available. So you will feel after reading it, your Shraddhan has also be firm, and you will not also compromise. After studying Mokshamarg Prakasak, you will not also be ready to compromise anything. So this is not complete Granth. This is only introduction. 5,000 pages Granth maybe, if he just completed this Granth. So 5,000 pages maybe, and he covered all principles of Jainism.
So he intended to write 5,000 pages?
Is not in Hindi.
So Saurabh, he intended to write 5,000 pages?
Yeah, he intended. Yeah.
But okay.
He assumed that what he thought that I have to cover whole Jainism in regional language,
Mm-hmm.
So he just assumed that 5,000 pages might be there. We can assume that on the basis of content, what he just wanted to present with us. So 5,000 pages may be there, but not. We are having only 4 to 9 pages in Hindi. So Mokshamarg
how many pages, Saurabh? Sorry, I missed it. How many pages do we have currently?
Yeah, right now, if we just to see in Hindi, so it is 4 to 9 pages.
4 to 9?
429.
No,
429.
Okay, 429.
Sorry. 358 pages in Hindi version, what I'm having.
Okay.
And in English version, it is, I think, 500 pages.
Okay.
Saurabhji, one more question is, this is another way of knowing that Pandit Todamalji was a Samyak Drashti, was just because he was being so fearless and he had so much faith in Jainism, again, overall, and that's why he was so fearless that he let things happen as they would, right?
Yeah, we can say that. When we study some literature in anything, suppose that we are studying a book which is narrating about the nature, deep forest. So we can say this type of writing is not possible without experiencing that forest. So we can say that the writing what he has written, it is not possible to write without having Samyak Darshan or without having realization of his soul. And second, just his Dhrana Shraddhan in Ayu, in Atma. So we can say he was Samyak Drashti.
So Saurabh, what is the content of this Granth that we have available?
This Granth has divided into 9 units. First unit, second unit, third unit. So Todamalji, that was the time when Sanskrit and Prakrit was difficult to understand. And Todamalji realized this fact that people are not so educated, because if you want to learn Sanskrit and Prakrit, it requires lots of intelligence. So Todamalji felt that time that people are not so intelligent then that they can understand Sanskrit or Prakrit. And this is also right now. So Todamalji, Todamalji was mainly from Jaipur. So Jaipur is called the Kashi of Jainis. Todamalji noticed that many people, they are unable to understand Sanskrit and Prakrit, and he decided to write this Granth in Desh Bhashamayi. It is called Desh Bhashamayi Granth. You know Desh Bhashamayi Granth? Desh Bhashamayi Granth, it means a Granth which has written in regional language. So available Mokshamarg Prakasak is not originally in Hindi, it is in Dundhari. Dundhari is a regional language of Rajasthan. Bundelkhandi is a regional language of MP. Gujarati, we can say regional language of Gujarat. So Dundhari Bhasha is the main language of this Granth. If you want to see the original scripture of this Granth, if someone just visit Jaipur, he can see there is a Bada Mandir in Ghee Walon Ka Rasta in Jaipur. So whenever you get chance, you can see original scripture of that Granth.
So question is Dundari same as Marwadi or different from Marwadi?
What I read, some words are Marwadi, some words are from Hindi. I think it is sister or it is son of Hindi. But we can understand clearly. It is not so difficult to understand. And Pritesh ji maybe understand because he knows Marwadi. And later on, it was translated into Hindi. Then
it's different.
It's different. It's not Marwadi.
No, there is Mewadi, Marwadi. There are other languages. In Marwadi also there are varieties.
In Rajasthan there are
heard, definitely not Marwadi.
So we will read it out. Some original paragraph or Mokshma Prakasak I will arrange from somewhere, and we will read it out. So you will understand what is the original language of this Granth. Okay, and we will try to understand whether we are able to understand or not. I can understand because I also read Dundhari when I studying in Smarak, Jaipur. So this Mokshmar Prakasak originally in Dundhari, then it was translated into Hindi, then in English. So right now there are many versions available: Hindi, English, Gujarati, Marathi. There are many versions available. The Granth has been divided into 9 units. First unit contains only, we can say, preface. It means introduction of this Granth, like Panch Parmeshti, why I'm writing this Granth, Vakta ka Sarup, Shrota ka Sarup, Pujyat Pane ka Karan. So in first unit, this will be the content. In second unit, Karmbandh. Like in 8th unit, there's a Char Anyog. Char Anyog, it means Jinwani ke arth samajhne ki paddhati. So how you should read Jinwani. And 9th Adhikar was incomplete. Is incomplete. It was not completed by Todomilji because of that this happening, what we discussed now. So this is a simple introduction of Granth and a simple introduction of Todomilji. Many researchers has researched on Todomilji, and they find that that scholar was out of our imagination. His intelligence we cannot assume, because at 47 years, if we assume that he was 47 years old, so in the age of 47, a person cannot be so intelligent as Todomilji was. His two sons, what I mentioned earlier, Mani Ram and Gumani Ram, they were also intelligent and they followed his father. So there were 2 Panth, Mani and Gumani Panth. So Mani Gumani Panth was not different from Digambar Ramnay, but what he narrated, so his follower give this name Mani Panth and Gumani Panth, but that could not get so popularity that time, and that diluted into Digambar Panth. So this is the brief story of Todomilji and his Granth Mokshmar Prakasak. And we are fortunate that we have decided to study this or swadhyaya this. You will enjoy this Granth, because this Granth is so mysterious kind of thing. Many times you will read this and you will find new things. When you will read, you will find something new. Oh, I skipped this thing. Last time when we just read it, we skipped this thing. So it is, I think, mysterious kind of Granth. So about language of this Granth, language is so super. Todomilji was just use words and paragraph, each and everything was in so super manner that in a short line, he explained a lot. And his unique Shali, what I just told you, that his unique Shali is, without a rising question in our mind, he gives answer.
Yeah, I'll say one thing. I've written this, I've read this Granth before, And what I feel like every time I try to read it, I feel like, I am reading it again or the first time. So that's the type of feeling I get, because every time there is something more to learn, even if I'm reading the same chapter, same lines. So that's what makes it very interesting.
And third thing, I am also fortunate that I got opportunity to do some work on Moksha Marg Prakasak in 2012. I created audiobook on Moksha Marg Prakasak, and that was really a very good time, and I enjoyed a lot when I was recording this granth. So this audiobook of this granth, audio version of this granth is available also on Keval Gyan TV. You can find over there. It is, very popular. It is popular right now. I just received many calls from just your country, from India, many cities of India, even UK. They are regularly listening that Moksha Marg Prakasak. They are creating notes, and in Sabha also, in Pravachan also, clips of this Moksha Marg Prakasak audio they used as a reference. So it was my I was fortunate that I got opportunity to convert this granth in audiobook. It took around 1 year. After my office just finished around 7 o'clock. I reached the studio at 7:30. I took 15 minutes power snap, and then I start recording till 10 o'clock. Of course, that was very difficult for me, because after after office, it was my energy level was zero. But I enjoyed when I started to read this granth, so I automatically got energized. And in 1 year, it was completed. Now I'm very happy that the time I completed this granth. I might not be able today. If someone says that, record Moksha Marg Prakasak. So audiobook also available, and English version also available, what we are just reading. Gujarati version is available if someone would like to study in Gujarati. Hindi, Marathi, these versions what I have, even Kannada also. So this is all our introduction session. Now we can start our granth. It is all. Someone wants to ask anything about Todamalji or his granth?
Certainly, one thing I have heard is everyone says that as a Jain, as a lay person, and if you want to become a Samyak Drashti or Samyak Darshan, attain Samyak Darshan, or be going further, you should be reading this granth every year.
Yeah.
Any particular reason that you continue with the same granth or reread it? Is it just, I was kind of curious.
No, it is right. It is right. It means, it is the torch-like granth, like a deep andhakar is there, and torch can show the path. So there are many granth. Of course, there are many granth, but those granth are in Prakrit or in Sanskrit. So what is the special feature of this granth? A special feature of this granth is it is in Hindi. Hindi, it means what translated you will just what Hemchandji Hem. Hemchandji Hem is an engineer and Bal Brahmachari also. He was an engineer in the BHEL, automech engineer, and he converted this granth into English, from Hindi to English. It might be you will find at many places that this translation is not proper as per your American slang or American term. But I personally talked to him. So he took help of Professor Jamna Lal Jain. He was a professor of English. He was very good person. He was very knowledgeable person of English literature as well as language. So he supported him in translating this. A publication of this granth, it was published by Kund Kund Tir Suraksha Trust, Mumbai. And we are also fortunate in one thing, that in the history of Moksha Marg Prakasak, we have started this granth in English. It means I have not seen anywhere It's the English version of Pravachan of class. So this is the introduction of this Granth. Now we are going to start first unit, page number 1 in my, I am having physical copy.
It's okay. I'll share here. I'll share. Do we want to go to the first chapter?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Can you all see it?
Yeah, you can. So the English name of Moksha Marg Prakashak, the translator has written here, the illuminator of the path of liberation. Moksha Marg Prakashak, we can say in Hindi, which is showing your moksha, which is guiding you to go on the path of moksha. It is called Moksha Marg Prakashak. By Acharya Kalp Pandit Todumalji, Jaipur. Chapter 1. मंगलाचरण मंगलाचरण आप लोग पढ़ सकते हैं। मंगलमय मंगल करण
वीतराग विज्ञान नमो ताहि जाते भये अनंत धीमहा करि मंगल करि महा ग्रंथ करण को काज जाते समाज सब पावे निज पद
मंगलमय मंगल करण वीतराग विज्ञान नमो ताहि जाते भय अरिहंतादि महान करि मंगल करि हो महा ग्रंथ करण को काज जाते मिले समाज सब पावे निज पद राज. This is Mangalacharan of this Granth. The science of non-attachment. Okay, someone may read from there. Who would like to read here?
I can read.
Yeah.
Should I read?
Yeah.
The science of non-attachment, passionless, is all blissful and cause of bliss. I bow to that science by virtue of which the Arhantas and Siddhas have attained the supreme. Can you flip the page? Can you change the page?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. Have attained the supreme state. Having made obeisance, I, Todarmal, endeavor to write this sacred book, which may be instrumental in the manifestation of all spiritual traits and help achieve the state of self-rule. Now begins the sacred book titled Moksha.
So it is the meaning of Mangalacharan.
Illuminator of path of liberation. The hymn of adoration follows. Namo Arhantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loe Savvasahunam. This is Namaskar mantra, benefactory incantation in Prakrit language and is extremely blissful. In Sanskrit version, its Sanskrit version is as follows. Should I read this?
Okay, so it is the meaning of Mangalacharan, what Todamalji has written here. Mangalmay Mangal Karan Vitra Vigyan. So the science of non-attachment. Non-attachment means passionless, is all blissful and cause of bliss. I bow to the science by virtue which the Arihant and Siddhas have attained the supreme state. In simple language, we can say that I am going to narrate here the path which has been followed by Arihant and Siddhas. Arihant Siddhas, it means when they were in Sansari Avastha, so they followed the path. So Mangalmaya Mangal Karan Vitrag Vigyan. He's talking about his Mangala in Mangalacharan Vitrag Vigyan. Peace-lessness, non-attachment. Namo tahi jatem bhai arihantadi mahan. It means by following Vitrag Vigyanta, Arihantas does they attain that supreme state, which is called Nirvana. Namo tahi jatem bhai. So Vitrag Vigyan is the key thing in attaining moksha or getting samyak darshan. Kari mangal kari ho maha granth karan ko kaach. I am also doing this. It means I am also a follower of Vitrag Vigyan and I am doing this. And I am writing this Granth as considering its Mangal. Kari Mangal Kari Ho Maha Granth Karan Ko Kaj. I am remembering Arihant and Siddhas and I am just using Vitrag Vigyan. Granth Karan Ko Kaj. Jate Mile Samaj Sab Pave Nij Badraj. Jate Mile Samaj Sab, it means ki if I follow Samaj Sab, I will find everything, and I can also get liberation by following Vitrag Vigyanta. Saurabh has also written Namokar Mantra.
Saurabh, one question here.
Question, why?
Saurabh, one question here. Please. Yeah, what is Vitrag Vigyan, science of non-attachment? Can you explain that a little more?
Yeah. Vitrag means Vishesh Gyan, special knowledge. It is called Vitrag. Vitrag Vigyan. Vigyan means Vishesh. Vitrag is a knowledge which shows the non-attachment. It means your soul is having neither rag nor dvesh. This is called Vitrag Vigyan. So, if you think about yourself, I am a soul originally which is not having any rag and dvesh. And Arihant and Siddhas, when they were in Sansara, they followed. So, Vitrag Vigyanta. Vitrag, it means rag dvesh rahit avastha. A state, a thought,
Saurabh, your voice is
not having rag.
Your voice is breaking. Is it just me or everyone?
Yeah, it is breaking.
Saurabh, your voice is breaking.
Yeah, there is a noise, I think, out of my home. So I came here. Wait. So Vitrag Vigyanta, it means the concept of or the principle of free from all attachment and aversion. It is called Vitrag Vigyanta, and it was followed by all Arihant and Siddhas. Without following Vitrag Vigyanta, no one can attain the Siddhud or Arihanthood. Is it clear, Preetji?
Yes.
Todamalji was very clever. He was very intelligent, So at the starting of his Granth, he mentioned that I'm going to write about Vitrag Vigyanta. And my purpose to writing this Granth is only Vitrag Vigyanta. Vitrag Vigyanta, it means if you follow this Vitrag Vigyanta, one day will come when you will also be Arihant and Siddh. You can get Samyak Darshan in present scenario. So Todamalji in first line used Vitrag Vigyanta, and in Chedala, someone can tell me the Mangalacharan of Chedala? What we have finished in last week? What is the Mangalacharan of Chedala? Remember?
सर जी मैं बोल सकता हूँ. तीन भुवन में सा वीतराग विज्ञानता करी मंगल करी
Daulat Ramji also mentioned Vitrag Vigyanta, and Todamalji also mentioned Vitrag Vigyanta. I think Daulat Ramji followed Todamalji because when Daulat Ramji saw that Todamalji mentioned Vitrag Vigyanta at the starting of Granth, So it might be. Otherwise, it is the natural process that what the key point of Jinagam, Todumalji caught that time as a same has been just taken by Daulat Ramji. So both writer has used the same term, Vitrag Vigyanta, at the starting of this Granth, Chainhala and Mokshamarg Prakasar. So Todumalji is writing this term, Vitrag Vigyanta, that he is saying that I am writing this Granth and for Mangalacharan. Mangalacharan means this Granth must be completed without any interruption, but could not complete this Granth, Todumalji. So करी मंगल करी हो महाग्रंथ करन को काज जाते मिले समाज सब पावे निज पद राज. Having made obeisance, I Todumal endure to write the sacred book, which may be instrumental in the manifestation of all the spiritual traits and help achieve the state of self-rule. It means if you follow this Vitrag Vigyanta, you can also just attain Arihanthood or Siddhood. Now begins the sacred book titled Mokshamarg Prakasak, illuminator of the path of liberation. The hymn of adoration follows. Now he is remembering a Panch Paramesti. So this Ramokar mantra is very common thing, but Todumalji has written here. So there is a purpose of writing this Ramokar mantra. You will not be able to find even a single word what Todumalji has written that he has written without any purpose. Each and every word, I feel that he has written each and every word like a pearl, like a diamond. So if he is mentioning here Namo Arihantaram, Namo Siddharam, Namo Airiyaram, Namo Vajjayaram, Namo Loe Sabdasavam, there is a purpose. There is a purpose that I am, before starting my Granth, I am remembering Panch Paramesti. Especially he is remembering Arihant and Siddh. What he wanted to say, he is willing to say that I'm writing this Granth. This is not my words. This is not my Vani. It is the words, Vani or principle we have received from Arihant. That's why he is remembering 5 Paramestis. And rest of the Paramestis, it means Acharya Upadhyaya Sadhu. They are the follower of Arihant and Siddhas. They are the representative of Arihant and Siddhas. So, starting of Granth, he has remembered Ramo Arihantaram. It is in Prakrit. Ramokar mantra is in Prakrit. Here I would like to say something about Ramokar mantra. There are 2 versions of Ramokar mantra. One version is Ramo Arihantaram. Second version is Namo Arihantaram. So, Namo Arihantaram is not a correct word. A correct mantra, because in Prakrit language there is no word like na. There is Rana. Na hai hi nahi wahan. So Namo Arihantaram, Namo Siddharam is right word. The question is very natural. Then many people, they are since so long time or years, they are reciting Ramokar mantra like Namo Arihantaram. So, Ramo is difficult to speak. Ramo is difficult to speak. So, to make easy, usually people say Namo Arihantaram. I cannot say in Digambar and Shwetambar. It is not really, I can mention. But there are my friends and many relatives and sadhar, they also just say Namo Arihantaram. And I make them correct. It is not Namo, it is Namo. So they said, oh, it's very difficult to speak, to recite Namo. That's why I'm using Namo. So if someone says that Namo is a version of Shwetambar and Namo is a version of Digambar, it is not right. Usually many people in this Digambar, many people in Shwetambar, they use Namo. So that is Ashuddh, what I am trying to say here. That is Ashuddh, that is not Ashuddh. So Namo Arihantaram, Namo Siddharam, Namo Airiyaram, Namo Vajjayaram, Namo Loe Sabdasavam. Todumalji here is remembering 5 Paramestis, because 5 Paramestis are the bone, backbone, heart. We can say that this is the this is the pole of Jainism. If you remove 5 Parmeshtis, there's nothing will remain to tell or to discuss Jainism. We can say Arihant and Siddh, they are Sarvagya. Siddh in a state of Ashariri, and Arihant is in a state of with Sharir, but without 4 karmas. So Todumalji here clarify after 2-3 pages that what I'm writing here is not my words. What we have received from Kevali Paramatma, and Acharyas received from Kevali Paramatma, they wrote something where other Acharyas, scholars. I have also read those granthas, and on the basis of those granthas, I am writing these granthas. So this is all for today's session. And if you have any question, you can ask. Or if there is any suggestion about the style of class or some content may be added. So if there is any suggestion, you can also feel free to give that.
Yeah, any questions? Anyone?
Okay, one more thing is that there's one group also from your country, USA. I'm also sending a message tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So they will also join. And I will also spread in my Indian group, another group, Moksha Marg Prakash and Samay Sar in English. So hope someone new may join in next Sunday class. So I think some new one.
Yes, Saurabh. So we have Ami Mehta here and Sagar. And they introduced themselves before you join, so maybe they can introduce one more time.
Okay, great.
Yes,
So
yes, sir.
this is...
Oh. Okay, I'll
no,
talk
go
to
ahead, Ami. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can go.
So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm new. Just interested in learning about Jainism, like what the basics are. I live in Chicago here, and I know Pritesh and Prerit from the Stress Academy group that we have. And I'm a physician, and I'm here to learn more about Jainism. So thank you for taking this class.
Okay, in Chicago, you know Jay Tholia? There's a one sadharmi, Jay Tholia.
I don't know. Maybe my family might, because I just moved recently to Chicago, so I don't know that many people.
Okay, recently you moved.
Yeah, Jerry Tholia. Okay, I'll ask them if you know.
He's very famous, I think, since last 20 or 25 years.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Yeah, because right now, because of COVID, we don't.
No, we have to close our session because more session after this around 8 o'clock. So one session, I'm just informing. One session, Delhi. I'm taking online session Delhi. So many new people are coming there. The background of the people are very, some from finance ministry, some from IS background, some from IS, some are the MD, chairman, CEO of the companies. So this is an opportunity what I got here to take that session. And then the subject is the practical application of Bharya Bhavna in our life. This will be the topic. 8 o'clock it will start. My class will start. So Preetji, it is very good that time has changed. You send message, and I was very happy that you changed the time. Otherwise, I will have to just request to Gauravji to take this class.
Yeah, so it worked out. That's good. Okay.
Okay. Now Jinwani Stuti, I hope you enjoy that. If you have a question, you can ask. And my request is that this Granth, Moksha Marg Prakashak and Samay Sar, very Gambhir Granth, and please, at the time of study, you will have to put a notebook and pen. So you can just write notes. If you have any question, anything, you can note down. And we are starting a we can say the historical moments of a life. If you remember, Moksha, Pikasaka, and Samaysar we have completed. So you can just use this matter. Okay. Now, Jinmani ji. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है, उसके लिए जिनवाणी माँ को वंदना शतबार है, वंदना शतबार है. जय जिनेंद्र.
Jai Jinendra. Thank you, Saurabh ji.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
I have also sent the introduction of Samaysar on group. So next
Yes,
class
I think
will be on Samaysar.
Yeah, so next class will be Samaysar. Yeah, and hope everyone can watch the video of the introduction that you sent. It's a really good one. I watched it.
Okay.
And we will upload today's video on YouTube. So again, I will upload it the last class. I will upload this class to YouTube. So if your friends or anyone has missed it, they can just go over and start from the next class. They can join live. So we will upload the videos as soon as we finish it, or almost in an hour or something.
Okay. Chali. Thank you, Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.